Hi Capricorn, welcome to your mid-month readings. As always, keep in mind that this is only a general reading. Always take what it feels right and with what does resonate within your own life experiences during this time. And if you would like a personal reading with me, please contact me through the email I put in the description box below. For the month of May, I'm offering two special tarot offers. One, it's called The Tales of the Earth, and it's a reading that focuses on bringing forward messages of both spiritual and material growth. And the other one, it's called In Between the Sheets, and it's a reading that is more geared into relationship dynamics, specifically themes of intimacy, sexuality, and the nature of pleasure. So if you would like to know more information about those or any other of my tarot services, just email me. Or if you would like to donate and support my channel, you can also do so by following the PayPal link, which is also down below, and as well my Facebook and Instagram page. So Capricorn, I do feel like there's a little bit of tension in the air for this mid-month of May. Some of you might be, going through some type of inner or outer conflict that it's really disrupting your sense of balance, especially balance between, the flow between give and take. Some of you might feel like either you are giving too much and not receiving enough, or you're being called to give more than you're being called to give more than what you have been collecting, because I feel like some of you might be either in one or other extreme. Some of you might need to either open up to generosity or to be more self-aware of the boundaries you put between those type of interrelationship where there's kind of values like money, resources associated with some of your contracts, because I do feel like some of you are having issues with clients who are Capricorns that are dealing with clients that are dealing with situations in their workplace. I feel like there might be a lot of experiences during this mid-month of May that are really pushing your buttons or irritating you, either not being paid on proper time, or clients complaining, clients creating some type of atmosphere of conflict. It could also be your colleagues, people you work with, not helping each other out. There's a little bit of an energy of some of you Capricorns being in the middle of an arena of competition within a particular aspect of your life. And I do feel like for some of you that this is not about work, and this is not about the management of assets, values, resources. This could be as well in the home environment. I do feel like some of you are being called to build strong foundations, or to strengthen during this mid-month of May the foundations that you are living under, both physically, so both your home, both your relationships, close relationships, as well as projects or your business or your endeavors. I think that you're being called during this mid-month of May in everything to really sustain, the ground of those experiences, so that when the wave, right, comes rushing in, the wave of conflict or the storm, whatever this conflict is, or this atmosphere of tension is about, no, it doesn't matter what happens, the foundation or in which you are set and everything around you, if it's properly set, it will hold the situation. It will not tear situations apart, because I feel like some of you might be afraid that out of this atmosphere again of chaos, that there might be something that might fall apart that you really don't want. It could be again a business association, a contract, a friendship, a relationship within family. It could be about someone you share your home with. There might be I feel like this conflict is temporary. It's a temporary energy here, presented with the Five of Wands as your opportunity, and it is in the opportunity. So don't be afraid, if needed, right, to interfere in situations or intervene in situations that you might be avoiding, right? To give of your voice, of your opinion, of your expression of truth, because you don't want to create more conflict, or you don't want to create an atmosphere that's heavy, right? Because I also feel like some of you might be just avoiding to do or say things to not disrupt, right, the harmony around you. But until you do so, you actually may feel like nothing is at peace or at harmony as you hoped it would be if you wouldn't kind of affirm yourself. Because I feel like some of you are also being called to affirm yourselves, to assert yourselves in ways that are more, with more conviction, with more confidence about what you are kind of trying to do. Because the advice is the Four of Wands. So as long as you know what are you fighting for, what are the causes you are battling for, what are the reasons that are taking you to face relationships or other challenges head on, as long as you know what you're fighting for, I feel like the result out of it will be stronger foundations, will be something that is in your life, a structure that it's reliable and successful. Your advice is also to go back to a little bit to the ground, which means that whatever experiences during the mid-month of May may upset your balance. I feel like if you ground your energies and you go back to what's essential for you, what are your priorities? Where is your heart? What does the word home means to you right now? What are you trying to build as a home concept? If you go back to the basic, it might be easier for you to find that same state of inner balance. And so when you step outside, you face situations with a more mature, or in a wise way to handle conflict. Some of you that are not directly involved in the conflict, it might be that you are just watching around you, people having, behavior, displays of behavior that are very, ego-based or very narcissistic. Or I feel like some of you are watching, people around you having, behaviors that go against everything, you believe in, or you are working on, things, it's like they have a way to live life that might be very inconsistent with the way you want to live your life, the way you want to build something. It might be as well a matter of ethics here, especially for those dealing again with work, or situations that are more into legalities, or where there's more like a system of rules and norms. I feel like some of you don't like the ethics of either people you're dealing with, or management of some of the services you're associated with, or the management of the company some of you may be working with. You don't like the way people are treating each other, or the way you're being treated. There might be as well, for some of you again that work with a lot of people, you might be called to manage crisis during this mid-month of May. A crisis or a problem, you may be called to manage it. You may be called to handle the situation. You may be, the leader of a team, or the leader of a group, or of something that in which it might depend on you and your sense of balance again to be equipped and prepared to cross the fire. It's like the energy here is that it's really being shown as a fireman, and it needs to be protected and well equipped to cross the fire, to face that challenge. So some of you are kind of this is a metaphor for some of the experiences some of you Capricorns are going through. You need to be well equipped. Again, go back to the basics, the structure, the foundation. Who are you? Where is your heart? What do you believe in? What are you working for? What do you want to build? What is your beliefs? You have to really be set on a strong foundation in order to face this. And I do think that you may be the one leading here, or the character that might either solve the situation or make it worse. This is why it's so important for you to be, you know, in your best behavior here. I feel like you can't fall into temptation to go into that lower vibration, or you're being called to really pay attention, because if you fall into the lower vibration either of rage or ego or competition or jealousy, you know, vindictive behavior as well, you know, you might make the situation worse in some way, because here you're being challenged about your capacity to transcend ego, to transcend, you know, instincts, lower instincts, and to think about the situation from an outside perspective, so you can have a better notion of how to handle it. And I think that some of you can find that you're able to, I feel like all of these experiences are taking you to confrontation, into you understanding that there's a part of you that excels in creative tension, which means that situations that might be tense but bring this dynamic where you're pushed to go beyond, you know, your usual ways and to find solutions in unusual places. So some of you might actually, in the end of all of this, like the unusual or uncommon, you know, situation you may be called to assist. Others of you, there might just be a crisis. It could be any type of crisis, any type of situation that demands your immediate response. And I think that you're being just challenged to have a well-balanced response when dealing with a problem. So I hope you have a great mid-month. Thank you so much for all of you that have been liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, and donating to my channel. I really appreciate it, and please keep doing so. Hopefully we'll see each other soon.